Just got off the bus and we're just going to walk into Vatican City now, the smallest country in the world. In Vatican City by the Basilica here. Just going to pan around so you can see what's around the Basilica. I think Denise is going to be pulling a silly little face at the other side here. Let's see. Yeah, there she is. Walking towards the Basilica now, wonder what the Pope's doing now and where he is in relation to these buildings.
Probably having a nice glass of sherry next to his fire, keep him warm.
Is that right? We're expecting to bump into him, but I don't think that's going to happen. The colonnades include 284 columns topped with 140 saints and represent two arms open to welcome the world. This 6-metre long sculpture depicts a migrant ship with 140 individuals from different religions, countries and times, with the aim to encourage tolerance and compassion. The sculpture is called Angels Unaware. Just noticed these massive TV screens in front of the Basilica. There's one here, the other one is over there on the other side. Absolutely massive. St. Peter's Basilica is the largest church in the world and took 120 years to complete after construction was started in 1506. Although the foundations still uses elements from the original basilica, making the foundations 1700 years old. Front to it. Bigger than what you imagine it's going to be. Wow. St. Peter's Basilica is the largest church in the world and took 120 years to complete after construction was started in 1506. Although the foundations still uses elements from the original basilica, making the foundations 1700 years old. So we were just trying to work out if these guys standing here are real. Denise didn't think they were. One of them was moving around and the other was winking, so I think they probably are.
I can't believe it. We were just looking at these men as we were coming down the stairs, and I actually thought they were statues until he just moved, the guy holding the spear. To stand like that is just, wow, hats off to him, that's all I say. It's got to be hard work. So here we stand looking at the largest cathedral in the world as we stand in the smallest country in the world. How about that? See, you never know where you're going to end up.
We have just left this coffee shop behind us, which was quite reasonable, we thought. We had 2 biscuits and 2 coffees for the grand total of €32, so about £28. It was a good coffee though.
I took my time just so I could savour every bit of it. There it is, the cafe. in the Vatican City. There we go.
We're just on the tram now, on the way back to the sosta that we're staying in. This is a beautiful tram that we're travelling in. It's an absolute beaut.
Missed it.
Yeah, it's not the clearest window. So there we are, the two little catties we've been feeding at night. They're sat there waiting on the step for us. They're both really cuddly and really cute.
So morning.
Good morning.
We're just leaving that campsite now. So getting back on the road. We're already on the road. In amongst the mad drivers. So, trying to get out of Rome. We are going the opposite way to Rome now, thankfully. Well, at the minute we are. So we've got to keep our eye on the OSM here, so we don't take a wrong turn and then end up in the city. So over there where the Lidl is and the coaches, that's where we stayed 3 nights ago for one night. We are heading for Livorno. Anyway, I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong, so I will pronounce it correctly when I see how it is actually pronounced. So that is still in Italy. It's apparently a port, a fishing village port, something like that. For a bit of just to stop, and then after that we're heading into France. So we're on this motorway now for 20 kilometres. Going around the south of the city. Bye bye Rome. Come on then, here he goes. There we are. Double white line. Oh, bit of a chicken there. We might have gone for the other 2 lorries as well. Oh, what's going on? Oh, look, so impatient. I wonder why he's rushing. I wonder what he's rushing for. Get home for his tea? A bit early for that.
Got pizza in the oven.
Maybe he's got an important meeting. He should have been there half an hour ago.
Ships waiting to come into Lugano.
Oh, maybe he's going to catch one of the ships. He's going to be a bit late. What do you reckon?
Maybe he's captain of the ship.
Maybe he is the captain of the ship, and the ship should have left half an hour ago. They're waiting for him to get on it.
Maybe he's Captain Birdseye.
Okay, so this is where we parked up last night. There we are, over there. We were so tired with all the driving and everything that we've spent the day just inside, just catching up with bits and pieces and just relaxing really. Otherwise it can get very exhausting, just keep travelling every day, moving on. So we're just gonna have a stroll down to the beach now and see what that has to offer us.
Good morning.
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 Morning. this is where we stayed last night. Ooh, fell down the curve then. It wasn't too far from the other place we stayed the other night, so let's show you. It is basically a car park, that motorhome. We think he's just parked up there and left it there because there's nobody in it. They seem to do that quite a bit. So we were parked right up in the corner over there. So it was a quiet night. We did read reports that it was quite isolated here and somebody got their motorhome broken into in the middle of the day when they went out. But the funny thing is, so like I said, we were parked up there. 7:30 this morning, the dust cart arrives and parks here. And then for about probably 2 hours, all these other little dust carts were coming and emptying their rubbish into the bigger dust cart, which wasn't much bigger than them, I must say. And then obviously he takes it wherever he takes it, but they leave the rubbish behind. This is what makes me laugh. So all up round here is just where the litter is blown from them emptying from one dust cart to the other. Okay, so they do have water and dumping of the black and grey waste here, so that's good for the motorhomes. Today we're moving on and going to have a look around a city called Livorno, which is a port, and then after that maybe stay here one more night and then head on out of Italy and head on towards France.
Take the second exit on Sky.
The familiar sound of the sirens every day. You end up on a ship. So apparently this is the new Venice. So you've got the fort over there. I think it's a new fort. We'll have a look at that later. But this looks quite a wealthy part of Italy. So we're off to find the market. What we're noticing about this city at the moment, it's very clean. But we've only just arrived, so anything could change. So we found the market eventually. So look at the ceiling. That must be all the fish. That would have been great to see. There are lots of different fish. Massive. And this side. So this is the Palazzo Repubblica.
Livorno is a city on the west coast of Tuscany, known for its seafood and fortifications. It's actually the second largest city in Tuscany, with a population of 160,000.
Still looking very clean. I wonder why you would have this great big space. Massive, look at it. Another bit of new Venice, apparently.
Boats around the fort.
Yeah. So far this city is lovely. It's got a lot to offer. I'm liking it. And I think also, especially also because it is clean as well. I keep badgering on about that, but it's one of our bugbears.
If you enjoy watching our videos and would like to see more of our travels, then click on the like button and subscribe to our channel. It's free to do so. So we're just walking down the Via Grande now, which is the main road running through Livorno. As you can see, it's all got porticos going all the way down the road. It's quite a long stretch, loads of shops, actually really good for shopping. It's a shame it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and most of them are shut, but hey ho. We are just down by the port area of Livorno now. It's actually a really nice little port area. There's all these little canals that come off of the port area down here and head into the city itself. It's got quite a nice buzzy feel about it. And the port is a really busy little port. Lots of fishing vessels leaving from here. We've seen some Italian Navy patrol ships, coastal ships. Yeah, it's nice. I should imagine this has got something to do with slave trade. Surprised it hasn't been pulled down like most of these sorts of statues in the UK have been. Completely out of order. They were part of the history of all these countries. So quite a good story going along with this statue here.
The monument of 4 Moors is a symbol of the city. It depicts Grand Duke Ferdinand I. This was placed in 1617 with the 4 bronze figures added in 1621. They were prisoners and slaves, and it should be regarded as a celebration of the freedom from piracy. Although referred to as Moors, they represent different ethnic groups in 4 ages of a man's life. Standing in a certain position on top of the white tile, you can see all their 4 noses at once. This is rumoured to bring good luck.
So apparently this is the largest and busiest seaport in Italy. How true that is, I don't know, but that is what we just read. Certainly an awful lot of sailing yachts are moored up in here. There's quite a few sections of moorings, and they're actually really nice yachts as well.
Fortezza Vecchia, or the Old Fortress of Livorno, dates to the 14th century, although the tower inside dates to the 11th century. The fort is free to explore and worth a visit if you're in the city.
We're now heading out of Italy now. We're going to drive for as long as we can and just see where we get to. So obviously heading towards France now. We've put a destination in just to get us out of Italy, basically. There's lovely mountains there in the distance with the snow on. Fortunately, this time we are taking the toll road, so we won't be ending up in a mud sink. Well, fingers crossed we won't.